further up there. We're going by order of last name.
We had the light blue and dark
See what I tell you? Now she is gonna be behind the podium. See what you call?
Walk around the stilettos, you can fall and break your neck. You'll remember this moment.
Okay. Behind the podium, just like Kim said.
smart. I'm just too smart for this. No, I just know. I'm a mind reader of seating.
Jeez, how many kids are there?
You're gonna slap him.
For me.
Talking.
What'd you say?
You're talking too loud.
Mind reader. I said, what am I going to do? Slap him.
What am I gonna do next?
You're gonna elbow her.
No.
You were going to until I told you, and then you're like, oh, shoot, right.
better looking, smarter group of graduates than this. I'm happy to be afforded the time to share my thoughts with our seniors this evening and yet to stay just a little bit longer. As told by Madeline K. Albright, one of the most moving stories to come out of September 11, 2001, involved a passenger on United Flight 93, which went down in Pennsylvania. The passenger, Tom Burnett, called his wife from the hijacked plane, realizing by then that 2 other planes had crashed into the World Trade Center. "I know we're going to die," he said, "but some of us are going to do something about it." And because they did, many other lives were saved. Since that awful morning, the memory of their heroism has inspired us. I think it should also instruct us. When you consider it, "I know we're going to die" is an unremarkable statement. Each of us could on any day say the same thing. It's Mr. Burnett's next statement, "but some of us are going to do something about it," that conveys the fundamental challenge put to us by life. We are all mortal. What divides us is the use we make of the time and opportunities that we have. The question for our graduating seniors is, what to do? That answer must be determined by each of you in accordance with your own circumstances and values. My hope for you is that you'll move forward from the solid foundation formed within your family and here at RCS and in our community with curiosity, imagination, and an analytical voice. I hope that you'll continue to learn and question and analyze and make good decisions. That when necessary, your conscience will overcome reticence. That you'll make your presence known by challenging a falsehood that has been advertised as truth. That you'll call injustice by its name. That you'll stop to help another. And that you'll become reliable parents, faithful spouses and friends, and determined defenders of the truth. Therein lays the true measure of a person, not the college you attend or the job you take or where you decide to live. It has been my privilege to lead in a school district that is such an integral part of its surrounding community. As you leave us to become part of that broader community, do so knowing that you were loved here and that we wish you only the best that life has to offer. My sincere congratulations and best wishes to each of you. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to introduce Ms. Carly Evans, the salutatorian for the class of 2011.
Good evening, everyone. I spent 13 amazing years with the people sitting behind me, and I love every one of you. But we've all spent these years together sitting in classroom after classroom. The most important things that I learned wasn't taught to me by my teachers, it was taught to me by my classmates. Each of you have taught me something about life that will be carried with me forever. I remember walking into the first day of kindergarten. I was wondering whether any of my preschool friends would be there and generally nervous about going into school. Then, I saw a little boy doing something that I'm sure his parents wish that he would be doing today, crying and missing them. The adorable little boy was Christopher Wadsworth. Poor Christopher was so upset that his older sister, Hillary, had to come down and comfort him. This small experience taught me to treasure the ones who care for you and drop what they're doing to help you, because they will not always be around to do so. The next year, in first grade, my best friends, Kristen and Nellie, introduced me to the wonderful world of boys and elementary school relationships. We all had our special boyfriends. Kristen's was Nick, Nellie's was Christopher, and mine was Brian Adams. Boys, we wrote about you every weekend in Nellie's password journal, in case you were wondering. Things were getting really serious with me and Brian. We even smiled at each other from time to time. But then, Nellie did something unspeakable. She sat behind him in the reader's circle, a spot which was supposed to be reserved for me. My world was shattered for one whole day. But the next day I came back and Brian even talked to me. It was a big deal, and everything was back to normal. This taught me that a lot of times, things have a way of working themselves out on their own, so stop worrying. In 4th grade, Kelsey Deaver and I were the drama queens of Mrs. Brown's class. We were the best of friends and even had our own band. We sat in the back of the class and wrote pop songs and drew monsters. When one day a new girl came into our class, Lizzie Brown. But being the divas that we were not the nicest girls to her at first. Sorry, Liz. But by the end of the year, Lizzie had joined the two of us and we were all friends. If I remember right, I think Lizzie even joined the band. So, you should always be accepting to new people and new things, because you will be glad you did in the end. I know this is a difficult thing to do for most of us, especially since we're all sheltered. But you won't know if you like things until you try them. Almost everyone in this room knows that I am not coordinated at all, and am also far from athletic. Unfortunately for me, my best friends are both great athletes. Sydney and Kelsey, I envy you both for doing what my body will not let me. While playing modified basketball with my friends, I was always so jealous that Kelsey got to play on the 8th grade team because she was so good and I was so terrible. For an example of how awful I was, I even scored a basket for the team. I'm telling you, I scored a basket for the other team when we were playing Maple Grove. So the next year, when Kelsey was going up to JV, I wanted to as well. I tried out for the team, which was a mistake, because it was a disaster. Of course, Kelsey made the team and did great. This taught me to know your own strengths and your own weaknesses, because they're not ever the same as anyone else's. One of my favorite high school memories was going to the senior trip to Disney. First of all, thank you to the board for letting us go, because we all had an amazing time. The part of the trip that I remember best is the way that it brought us all together. Enemies became friends, and all the different groups of friends hung out together. So this showed me that no matter how close you are with the people you're graduating with, always keep in touch, because deep down we're all friends, and we're all going to miss each other, especially your best friends. Don't forget to call, don't forget to write. All kidding aside, Randolph Central was a great place to spend my high school years, and I'm going to cherish the memories, and especially the best friends that I made here. I wish the whole class of 2011 the best of success and happiness. Congratulations, everyone.
And now, Mr. Benjamin Jackson will introduce this evening's commencement speaker.
I have the true privilege to introduce tonight's commencement speaker, our district attorney, Ms. Lori Riemann, who has spent a decade serving justice in Cattaraugus County. She began a career in the district attorney's office in Knoxville, Tennessee, until moving to Brady Books and O'Connell Law Office in Salamanca in 1997. From there, Ms. Riemann became the first assistant in the Cattaraugus County District Attorney Office in 2001 and the District Attorney's Office in 2010. As a district attorney, Ms. Riemann personally handles felony cases, including trials, pleas, and the grand jury. She oversees the staff that includes 5 attorneys, 2 investigators, and 3 support staff employees.